Well, shit. Hold on here. Type of lights going, Make it look like we know what we're doing, We don't. Yeah. Yeah. I know. Get it all out. Get it all out, everyone. Mess with these lights a little bit. Oh. Well, there's a lot of things that we can say here. None of them matter. That's important. Let's check out everyone here. I'm pissed too, Ashley. Look, you come out and you hit them in the mouth, and it kind of feels like you got them. It's weird to get mad at Luka, but this is one of those where you go, you weren't ready to win a title, were you, dude? Because, the griping at the refs, I'll make excuses for that. You're awesome enough. I'll make excuses for that all day. You are awesome enough. You're playing hurt. I can make excuses for Luka just like y'all can. I can especially tolerate it in the regular season. But that is letting your team down on a level that they let you down. And you're looking at Josh Green and Derrick Jones Jr. and Maxey and Tim Hardaway Jr. and all these guys who haven't hit a shot. But you have silly fouls. You can't keep your head. You start turning the ball over in game 2. Allow Boston to get an extended lead. Come back, not enough. You lose your head again tonight. They get up by 21. They're targeting you. Like, it's a problem if it is affecting the team on the other end. And that's where I can't handle it. If you more concerned about the refs is costing you points on the other end of the court, we got a problem. And I do think he is a top 10 basketball player I've ever seen. Okay? If not top 5. I do think he has Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird tendency, like all that. But dude, you cannot be that immature when it's all going down and you're in it. There's the body language is shit. Love that player, but Jesus, you can't do that. I'm sorry. You can't do that. Beats the alternative. The alternative is not having him and not being in the finals. It absolutely beats the alternative, and that's what's tough. This is a rim shot I thought might help. Finish it a little quick, It's not just going to be me ranting and raving. That'd be bad. Links there if you want to jump in, share your thoughts. But I want to be fair. I want to be fair. It ain't like anyone else is scoring. Kyrie and Luka did the whole damn thing. And the national media narrative was like, Kyrie is not mentally tough enough. Well, we didn't talk about Luka's mental toughness in game 2 and game 3. And maybe you just got to learn it. Maybe I need to go watch the NBA Finals on 2 years ago when it was Celtics and Warriors. Maybe to watch that. Were the Celtics losing their shit all the time? They might have been. And if they were, maybe this is all part of it. Maybe you just got to go through it one time. And maybe this is just like what we have to do is just talk it out and be a little frustrated. And I am not that emotional of a sports fan. But man, Daniel, thank you. Jesus, thank you. Nah, Daniel's not a hater. That's a good dude. And you know it. Thank you, Daniel. Now, I promise by Friday, I'll be like, yo, let's do something we've never done before. Let's be the first team to come back 3-0. But other guys not making shots, that's tough. That's tough. I'm not going to rehash the Luka thing. If you missed the rant and you're just coming in late, watch it when I post it, I guess. I'm not going to do it again. Man, I'm mad about it, but I'm going to do it again. If you want to join in the studio, I'll hit the thing if you want to pop on, and just so I'm not the only one ranting and raving. I keep saying ranting and raving. I'm becoming a bit of a crutch. Ben Rogers is here. Let's get Ben Rogers in the house. Hello, Ben. How we feeling? At least you cashed in on the bet.
Yeah, I hit that Kyrie over. That was beautiful. Do I need to the landscape here, don't I?
No. Oh, yeah. That's better. Yeah. It's Iron Dome Rogers, everyone. Hold on. I think I have a. Nope. There he is. The crowd goes wild. I don't know how to fade that out yet. So,
Kevin, I'm so unbelievably frustrated. There was a point in this game where both stars on each team, or each team's two stars, had 51 points. So each dynamic duo had 51 points, but the Celtics were up by 21 points. And it just goes to show that the Mavs just don't have a good enough bench for this fight. And I'm frustrated about some of the calls, but they didn't lose because of the calls. And man, it's frustrating to see Luka in such a big game let the refs take him out again. We've seen it time and time again. It wasn't, I don't know that it was as bad as it's been at its worst. And dude, he has the right to be upset about some of those calls. That blocking call late in the game, it wasn't on Luka, but that was just such a shitty call. How do you make that call with 3 minutes to go in the finals? But at the end of the day, dude, Celtics are a better team.
Yeah, they are. And I mean, I spent the first 5 minutes of this before you jumped on, going on a Luka rant. And I think I was fair. The understanding is the trade-off is it's better to be here in the NBA Finals than to not be, because you wouldn't be here without him. But I have big problems with the silly fouls on the other end of the court, because you missed a shot and then they get the rebound and they throw it in and you foul, and now you fouled out. Like, those fouls do add up. You have to be there for your team there. And in game 2 and game 3, in the second halves of those games, he was more worried about the refs, and the leads got too big to overcome. And that's just some kid shit. That's not winning basketball. You have to find a way to not let your body language and all that stuff take you over, because it was costing the team points on the other side. They not getting back on defense, or getting targeted on defense, not being able to move your feet. Like, it's a thing we've talked about, and I don't know if there's any getting over it.
I have, I honestly was thinking about this a lot. I was thinking about my middle child, Miles, because for his entire life, we've not been able to play sports as a family and have fun.
Yeah.
Like, it's even when he's a little kid, it ended in a fight. It's not fair. Even recently, they were playing pool basketball outside, my two sons, and got in a fight again. And I just thought, man, maybe he'll never be able to enjoy sports. Maybe there's something in his in his head that just won't let him in. And I found myself asking that about Luka tonight. Is this something he could mature from? I mean, we've been talking about it for a long time. The only difference now is this is on the biggest stage in the world, and he can't hide it. Everyone is seeing it. And so there's going to be a lot of criticism about that. You know what? I like that JJ Redick didn't hold back. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
And they're good friends, and he didn't hold back. But that's frustrating. But that's not as frustrating as that is. That's not why they lost, in my opinion.
No.
I don't know what happened to Derek Jones Jr. I mean, Tim Hardaway Jr. played way too much in this game.
I don't understand.
But the problem with the Mavericks is this. Your bench, like you have two dynamic scorers who demand so much attention. They get blitzed, they get double teamed. Teams do anything to say, hey, make somebody else on the team beat us. And you have Mavs role players with wide open threes. Coming into this in the first two games, the Mavs non-Luka players were shooting 8% on wide open threes and 15% on threes overall. And so you get, the offense is all worked where the guy makes the right play. The good player makes the right play, passes out of the double team. And a role player gets a wide open three. You have to shoot that shot. And if you're not willing to shoot that shot, you break down the play for the whole offense. And so many times, Mavs role players catch that ball with a wide open three and floor it and dribble the ball to more defenders for a worse shot, for a far less, advantageous look. And the roster's just not ready, man. You still got to, they made it to the Western Conference Finals, but the roster's not ready to go in this type of a battle.
No, and I think okay, first of all, it's like Boston gets a lot of credit, and they should. So absolutely, but Derek Jones Jr. said he wanted to stay. I'm like, I guess you can stay now. I mean, will you be cheaper for cratering in the finals? Maxey hasn't made a shot. Josh Green hasn't made many shots. I mean, that's number one. Like, you have to have help. It can't be 5-on-2 the whole time and hope that it's a close game at the end. But it could have been a close game at the end. Game 2 and Game 3 should have been closer games than they were at the end. But the Mavs lost their head in the third quarter of both of these games. And that drives me nuts. And Luka was a big part of that. I'll make excuses for Luka all the time. He's hurt. He can't move his feet. He's really hurt. He plays too much. He's going to play for Team Slovenia in the offseason. That all needs to stop. But you can't lose your shit ever. It can't happen. It just can't. What happened in the Oklahoma series when the national broadcasters were saying, well, Luka doesn't talk to the refs anymore. Luka's really committed to this. He's not going to talk to the refs anymore. It turns out that was just something that was probably handed to the broadcasters. We talked about that on the show. That was probably something that was handed to the broadcasters for them. It was Reggie Miller and Kevin Harlan at the time for them to say, because Luka's PR team or something, I don't know, had gotten like, hey, we should stop this. It looks bad. Well, it's not something that's over. So that's a problem. Big problems, though. All the stuff is a problem.
And the hardest thing about this loss is it's playoff time. And
man.
Playoff time, that you expect your players to play better. Dude, this is awesome. So anybody can just hop in and jump into the conversation with you?
Yeah, so what I'm going to do, there's the directions I put up right there. And then if I go to the comments right here, which we've been kind of, reading, everyone's like, hey, but if I do that, and then someone can come in and join us.
Oh, right? So really, I don't even have to get out of the way. They can.
You can hang. I can get up to 10 people in here at once. We have a big orgy.
Kind of a gangbang.
Yeah. Boy, look at these comments. Jeez, come in. I was typing this banner to tell everyone what to do, and then I didn't notice. Look at all these comments.
What are the comments? I can't see.
You can't see the comments?
I can't see them from my app.
Oh, well, you're on the phone. Are you on your phone?
Yeah, I'm on my phone.
Let's see here.
Oh, wait, I see him now.
Yeah, there we go.
I see him now. Yeah.
Now
this is the problem. If you see Jay Garibay, I almost fell for this earlier. It's not a role player like a dinner roll. It's ROLE.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, no, I'll get you. Well, on our pick and roll players, though.
Right. Could be role players.
Someone named Fook Me wants to join. Let's see what they got.
Okay.
All right, Fook Me. You're on the
Hello.
air. This reeks of Carrie.
What's going on, boys?
Yeah.
All right, Carrie, are you driving? This isn't safe.
Yeah, I'm driving. I just got done hanging out with Groovy and Raph up there at the Ice House place.
All
man.
right.
We were there.
What'd you think about the game?
We did great in the first quarter, and then I don't know, man. I'm a little depressed. Not gonna drink over it, but dang it, boys, I'd like to crack open a cold one. I need y'all to drink for me. I need y'all to take back a couple shots.
When I take shots, it's like I'm old now, and just the shots hurt. I think I'll just go watch the Rangers. Like, that's a good way. Go watch the Rangers offense. That'll make you just feel worse and soak in it. All right, see you, Carrie.
See you, Bob.
There he goes. Freak Jesus. We're kicking him out, though. Kicked him out. He does drive sober. Good job.
I'm heartbroken, man. I mean, I'm really sad. I the way the Mavs started this game, I thought they were going to win the game. And then I thought they were going to humiliate themselves when they got down by 21. And then the way they fought back, I was like, holy shit, they're going to win this game. But when Luka fouled out with over 4 minutes to go, I knew they were fucked. And it was a fascinating moment for the NBA league office, because even if they thought that Luka was moving and it was a foul on him, they had the chance to overturn it.
Yeah.
The most exciting player and best player in the world in the NBA finals. And, I was just fascinated by that. I was wondering if they would let their business interests take over, because we saw that in 2006, the way that the NBA officiated Dwayne Wade and allowed him to parade himself to the free throw line. I think that was a business decision because they were growing that star, but we weren't so lucky, and they went ahead and fouled Luka out. And I'm not saying it wasn't a foul. I just think it was an interesting decision.
It was interesting. There was a lot of bad calls. And that's the thing. I think that's where I kind of get like a little frustrated too. It's like, man, just watch the game. Like I think it was the possession after PJ Washington absolutely fouled the shit out of Jason Tatum on that dunk. I think on the possession after, Luka was like yelling at the ref about something. I was like, dude, we just got away with one. Yeah. And when that happens, like that quick together, and I just think the refs have toned it out. I mean, I think I will give the refs credit in the series not calling technicals and things like that. It shows you that the refs do it in the regular season because they want to, because they're feeling themselves a little bit, because somehow in the NBA finals, these refs are not calling technical fouls. Man, it's hard because like you're not here without him. He's maybe the greatest player we've ever seen. And that's one that I've been letting go and not bother me for a long time. And tonight, for whatever reason, was tough. It was tough. All right. I got another guy here. Let's see. Holla at your boy. Tell us what you got.
Hey, y'all remember when y'all used to work at the Fan?
I do.
Did y'all kill Skin Wade?
Okay, I thought it was going to be Roy White, but hey, look at this comment. Max Rogers says Ben Rogers setup's looking nice.
Hey, look at that. He's right.
What you got? Holla at your boy.
Man, if it was any other team, this just sucks, man. Losing to the damn Boston Celtics sucks.
Yeah, right.
I think the Mavs need to get I think it's obvious. They got to have a third scorer. Because when Kyrie and Luka can't get it going, they're a little cold. They're shooting 10 for 25. You got to have a guy out there that can create his own shot. And they just do not have that guy, man.
Yeah, and it can be two guys. Like, it can be PJ Washington some nights, and then it needs to be someone else, So, I mean, we're saying that now. Like, we've been happy with the team until you get here, and then you play a team like Boston. But Boston's bench has been ready to go. And again, man, they've been here. Like, they were in the finals 2 years ago. So they have been here. We haven't just blowing it like you had a big lead. You could have just it felt like you could have just, I don't know that you would have beat them by 20 or 30. I don't know if that would have happened. But, dude, to give up that lead by the time the first quarter was over, you had given it up was really disheartening.
I think the difference is Boston has 4, if not 5 guys that can create their own shot.
Yeah.
You got the Jays, you got Holiday, you got Derek White when he's banking off 3-pointers from half court, and then you have Porzingis when he's playing. They can all create their own shot. They can all create their own offense. And now we have, as it's been, it's been great, and it's been a great run. I'm not saying it's not been a great run, but you got to have more than that. You got to have guys who can dribble the ball for more than 3 seconds.
It's a great point. You guys both made a similar point there about how good the Celtics roster is. And it's frustrating because we're probably about to get swept, but we're going to get swept by the best team in the league. That was the best team in the league all year. They had 2 MVP candidates this past offseason and added Porzingis and Drew Holiday. That's an insane offseason to add to already 2 MVP candidates that they had. And they just play flawless basketball. They're a great defensive team. They can play 5 out. Everybody can shoot threes. And so they just rotate the ball and make passes, and they hit wide open threes. And that's exactly what the Mavericks aren't doing. And so it does, like, while we're critical of the team, we're critical of the team in this matchup. But, you know, obviously to be in the finals, they're one of the 2 best teams. But I would like to see them, you know, the idea of Derek Jones Jr., you know, he's going to be able to go get, you know, $12 million or whatever. The Mavericks can't offer that unless the Mavericks trade the Mavericks trade Hardaway just to clear up cap space to keep Derek Jones Jr. There's one scenario Skin was telling me about where maybe they just keep Derek Jones Jr. To me, I love what he's done this year, but he's not good enough. And so I want a guy who will hit that open 3, will even take that open 3. And I just don't think they have the firepower to go toe-to-toe with the Celtics. Their bench just isn't good enough. Their role players just aren't good enough.
I love Derek Jones Jr. and he's been great this playoffs. Amazing player. I'd really love him as a 7th man, not a potential a starter in spot minutes if you need him to play starter. But as a 7th man, you're jumping for joy at 8 to 10 million. I'd kill for that.
But he's going to go get over $12 million. That's the whole reason he took a pay cut to come here, or took less money to come here. He's going to get over $12 million. The Mavericks they're not in a position to go add a bunch of stuff. They're already up there. And so, like, you can trade Hardaway's contract. You could trade Hardy and Green and 2 first-round picks. Now, can you go get a 3rd banana for that? Can you go get your 3rd best player for that package? I would rather do that, I think, than re-sign Derek Jones Jr. is what I'm saying.
Yep. Hey, thanks for jumping in with us today, man.
Peace.
Rock on, dude. We got rules, and he's out of here. Josh Green, to me, needs to be your Derek Jones Jr. next year. I don't think you can pay $12 million to a Derek Jones Jr. I personally, and you want Prosper getting minutes, and Jaden Hardy's should be in the rotation next year unless he's traded. Well, I want to handle a comment real quick. Blake, not the Dallas curse, because the Rangers won the World Series. So there is no curse. There's that. Just want to say this. Why is Hardaway following so much in the playoffs? Well, to me, he played about how many? God, I didn't find out how many minutes did he play tonight, because he should have been in the game for 3 minutes. And if he makes a shot, then you leave him in.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't, then see ya. Dude played 19 minutes. He played. Yeah, that's too much. Exum played 3 minutes. Why didn't Exum get in the game more? He played 19 minutes. He had a negative 16. I'm gonna show everyone the box score, because I can do that. I have that technology.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Is this
We're rolling now?
YouTube, or is this through this other app?
It's through a StreamYard.
It's really impressive, dude.
Yeah, it's cool for showing funny videos and memes. I don't know. Yeah, that's not good. 19 minutes, no points, 3 rebounds, 0 for 3 from 3. Meanwhile, Exum played for 3 minutes, had a hardcore dunk. I don't know. I'm not the guy who's clamoring for more Dante Exum. Jaden Hardy, I don't know. Meanwhile, we got Hauser. Effing Hauser made 3 threes. It just felt like, though, if you win tonight without Porzingis, and it does sound like, if this series was a series anymore, that he wouldn't be playing Friday. It feels like you could have got that and we could be seriously talking about some good shit. And now I'm like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to take until Friday at like probably 3:00 when we start our show at Nations in Frisco. That's about when I'll be like, you know what? Let's go ahead and just do what's never been done before. But like, I'm not there yet.
But
time.
It would be kind of like what happened with Minnesota last round, where they just didn't want to get swept, so they came out and played great in the fourth game, won one game. I don't want the Mavericks to get swept. That would be a little bit embarrassing. But the thing about it is, I would love to be angry at a player. I would love to be angry at the refs. I would love to act like there's some conspiracy and it's fucked up and it's not fair to us. But the reality is Celtics are just a better team. But it feels close at times, but at the end of the day, they're just a better team, and there's no shame in losing to the better team. I will ask you this. It's, sometimes Jay Kidd won't call timeouts.
Yeah.
And like, Celtics are on a run and he just refused to call a timeout. He called a timeout during a Mavericks run. They got a defensive rebound and he called a timeout, and Luka was like, what? I think Luka was upset because it's like icing your own kicker in a way.
Well, we haven't ran as much as we should in this series too. And I don't know if part of that's Luka can't, as much as he's been used, but we were a top 6 pace team in the league. They were a bottom 5 pace team in the league. I got this comment real quick. They're the Arlington, Texas Rangers. That's true. The Dallas curse could be real. San Antonio man's going to jump in real quick. What do you got, San Antonio man? Welcome.
What's up, KT?
How you doing, dude?
I'm good, bro. How you?
Good. Did you watch the game?
I'm a little depressed.
Oh, don't be depressed. It's just sports.
What's up, Ben? What's up, Ben?
How's it going, man?
I'm good, bro. After listening to those last 2 guys, I kind of just want to shoot myself in the head.
No, let's not do that.
They talk way too much. They just talk way too much.
No.
If you remember, KT, I'm from Dallas.
Yes. From there.
I'm a Mexican. And I'm a Mavs fan. That game was just mostly draining.
Connection problems, dude.
You know what I mean?
Sambo, we got connection problems, dude. You're kind of fading in and out.
I mean, the first 2 games sucked, but this game right here was an emotional roller coaster. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
now I'm just depressed.
This is where you want to just go ahead and get swept and not take it to 7. You want to go ahead and just go. I mean, Ben asked the question for the series: if you were going to lose, would you rather lose in 7 or 4? And the answer was 7.
Here's the deal: there's not going to be a sweep because the NBA's got to make their money. I'm not.
I don't know, man.
I'm not a conspiracy theorist guy, but I don't know, man. NBA's not going to let this thing end in 4 games. I don't know.
We'll see. They let the conference finals get taken care of. Thanks for jumping in, man.
Hey, yeah. Hey,
keep it rolling.
Yes.
I love you, bro.
I love you too. I love you
San
too.
Antonio, man.
Yes, sir.
There he goes. San Antonio man. Jordan is in the green room. What's up, Jordan? Welcome. You're on with Big Ben Rogers.
Oh, hey, Big Ben.
How you doing, Jordan?
Hey, KT. You too, I guess. What are you doing on Ben's show?
Yeah, Ben invited me. He paid me a talent fee to join.
Oh, well, now you can go to game 4. Well, I was on with you on Sunday or whatever that was when we lost last time. And I was real happy then. I'm a little less happy now.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's
good.
not one of those good nights,
I mean, hey, I'm on the YouTube with you, so I actually am happy. But damn it, Mavs. Life's hard to be a Mavs fan right now. But
Well, if you go stick it in a jar of mayonnaise, I'm sure that'll make things feel a little bit better.
oh, is Skin here? Where's he?
I think he was at the game.
I don't see him. Oh.
We'll
Someone
text
just told me to stick in a jar of mayonnaise. I'm real confused.
We'll text him a link. Jordan, thanks for jumping on.
See you later.
Love you, dude. Oh, there's Skin. Dude, we still have Skin here.
Playoff time.
Michael Pasvar joins us. Hello.
Pasvar.
What up?
Did you watch the game?
I did. Are you guys ready for history to be made?
I know. You're already there. I'm not there till like Friday.
We got them right where we want them. You know what I mean? The Celtics are feeling themselves. It's time to win 4 in a row.
Good news is if you're like someone who's like never been to an NBA Finals game and you really want to go, the tickets are going down according to Keaton here. $650 for third row. Dude, upsell them to a Celtics fan. Don't take the prices down. Make them pay.
I'm very frustrated. I kind of wish they just would have lost by 30.
Yeah, well, they almost did. I mean, if you really look at it, it was 21 there.
I know, but and then I'm getting hyped. I'm like, oh, okay, we're getting a little bit closer. We're getting a little bit closer. And then Luka stupid fouls. I think I was more upset with the freaking illegal screen call on PJ Washington. That was just stupid. I don't know how you make that call. I mean, they didn't lose the game because of that. They're down by 21 points. You can't win games by getting down by 21 points in the fourth quarter. But I mean, that was right after the Luka call, wasn't it? It was like back-to-back possessions where the Mavs got an offense.
We were down by 3. We had a couple possessions where we were down by 3 there. We couldn't get a bucket. And one was a foul. And then that one was one for sure where you're like, don't call that. And that was Drew Holiday making another smart play of the million he's made in this entire series. Just kind of running in and then falling. But I didn't think they should have called that. I agree with you there. Those are the ones that will drive you nuts. The ones you're like, well, come on. Like, dude, at one point you're kind of letting everyone play, and then there's ticky-tack. Like, it's got to be a little more balanced. But we're going to do like, I have a hard time doing – dude, we don't have anyone else who could score. And then when one of your guys who can score fouls out, that's where I end up just like – I don't know. I started this whole thing off. I had a 6-minute rant on Luka. And it probably should never be the case, but damn, you have to be there. You can't foul out. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like he got caught up in it. He got caught up in the frustration, and I understand. He's only human, but if you think about what Luka's kryptonite is, nobody can stop him. And this year he played defense. He's playing incredibly well, even though he's got like 17 injuries. His kryptonite is going back and forth with the officials. If he doesn't get the and one calls that he wants, being frustrated with the official, losing focus on the game, arguing with the official while his man runs up the court, and now there's a 5-on-4 opportunity for the other team. That's his kryptonite, and he's gotten better about it. I feel like he's legitimately gotten better at it. But in this game, on the biggest stage, it reared its ugly head again. And again, I'm not saying it's the reason they lost, but it 100% contributed. Luka battling with the officials, being frustrated a lot, it definitely impacted things. And when you're not getting the calls you want, when you have the ball in your hands, you start taking it out on people on the other side because you're like, you're not going to call it. I mean, you have to call it both ways. And so sometimes you see people get overly aggressive on defense when they don't get the call that they wanted on offense. And he ends up fouling out, and I think that contributed.
Michael, tell us a joke or something. You're a comedian.
I have nothing funny. I'm just so damn depressed after that because I was sitting when they cut it to, I think when they cut it to like 6 or 7, I was like, oh, they could win this. And I really thought once they cut it to 3 that they were going to win. I was like, they're going to win the series now. Like that's going to be something that's going to catapult them into one hell of a run. I mean, if you come back and you win a game down 21 points with like what was only like 9 minutes left when they went on that run? It
Yeah.
was, the quarter had been going for a little bit. And it's like you come down when you come back from a 21-point game with 9 minutes to go, you're gonna have some momentum with no Porzingis. You got another game at home, tie it up. Now they're nervous. But I'll agree with you, Ben. Like Luka, he got bailed out too there in that fourth quarter. If you remember when he had that drive where he should have been fouled and he kind of went and he should have been a foul on him and he fell into the stands. They got bailed out on that travel. They called a travel like down the court. He was down there barking at the ref. It's like, dude, get your ass up and just run back down there. I understand you thought you got fouled, but it's a freaking 5-point game.
Yeah.
Check out this comment here. It's a series of comments. Who takes timeout? Our team is on 20. Luka was pissed. I was near the baseline.
Yeah. It was icing your own kicker. It was calling a timeout while your team is on a run. I mean, it's like Celtics were like, "Are you kidding me? You're calling that timeout?" I don't. Again, you get it. You start nitpicking.
Yeah.
And whether it's Luka or the referees or this play or that play, but at the end of the day, they're clearly not the most competitive team, or they're clearly not the most talented team of the two teams. The Celtics are a super team. They are better than the Mavericks. And so if you're going to beat the Celtics, you got to be, like Skin was saying, damn near perfect. And they weren't.
The other thing too on that, like, okay, the timeout really bad. And I wonder if like the game got to be 20 points. Was 21 points? The game 2 got a little hairy. And I'm like, both of those games that lead got too extended during times when they had lost their head for 10 possessions or whatever it is. Well, that's too much to overcome, especially that team. You can't spot them anything. So I don't know. Hold on. Someone might be jumping in. Sorry. Go ahead, guys. Sorry. Yeah. Lucas said, why the F did you call a timeout? You saw him throw it. I mean, he basically threw the ball up in the air. I did see that.
Yeah. And I thought, okay, let's just play devil's advocate here and try to understand what Jason Kidd was doing. I saw somebody say, was it the timeout that they would lose if they didn't use it? Maybe that's the case. I wasn't tracking it that closely, but if that was the case, then and they were like, okay, we got to take it. Maybe it was because Luka and Kyrie had to play damn near the whole game. If you look at the box score, look how many minutes Kyrie played. I think he only sat out for a handful of minutes this entire game. Mm-hmm. And so maybe J Kidd was like, I gotta get these guys a break just because I know they're gassed, and even though we're on a run, we got to do it. Maybe just devil's advocate, we're trying to help him out. Maybe that's why he called the timeout, and it was getting a little wild ass at that time. But make no mistake about it, he's open to criticism for that because it was during that run.
Yeah, 45 minutes for Kyrie. So, which, yeah, you got to do. Especially when no one else is picking up the load. I mean, but the 4 minutes that Jaden Hardy played, that's the number of minutes I wanted Tim Hardaway to play if he's not going to make a shot.
No doubt.
Tim Hardaway Jr. getting 19 minutes is ridiculous. To expect, someone's like, well, no one else was scoring. Yeah, but he hasn't scored in 3 months. So, like,
yeah, I saw a tweet that said he hasn't made a shot since May 18th. Like, I mean,
that is
just non-existent.
Yeah, no, non-existent. And I don't know. I don't even want to make it about him. I always get uncomfortable with it, picking on him, picking on Dwight Powell. I don't like that because it is collective. But him being able to play, like, we shouldn't have had the opportunity to ever get mad at him tonight. Like Jason Kidd made that problem. Randy says, what was THJ's plus minus? Minus 16. We also haven't hit 100 points yet in this series. So that tells you something about Boston's defense, I think, maybe a little bit about our offense. And we can talk about Jason Kidd for a minute. It ain't like anyone has been calling him the best coach in the league. But we have, I think, been like off of the train. I don't think me, Ben Orskin, have any of us have been like, fire Jason Kidd, but I think there has been like, I've always had a thing with my Jason Kidd comparison has always been like this. I think he's a little bit of what a lot of Cowboys fans, how they felt about McCarthy. And then it quickly, when things go bad, it's like fire McCarthy. And like, I think Kidd's a better, I mean, it's a bad comparison, but I think Kidd's a better like coach than McCarthy, but it's a different sport and all these things are like very different. Kidd might be perfect for them, but boy, these like in-game crunch time stuff, when it's time to really start investigating it, well, I don't have a lot of bad things to say when you win the first 3 series of the playoffs. I do have bad things to say when games like tonight happen. So I don't know.
Yeah.
He's kind of got timeout issues. That's a good one. It's a good one there. Not a kid hater, but he does have timeout issues. I agree. There was a challenge the other day that happened too. We challenged one a couple minutes into the game, and I was like, we don't need to challenge anything this early in the game. Like, save it.
Yeah, well, some kind of foul like on PJ Washington or something.
Yeah.
And it's like, why are you wasting, like, you might be wasting your entire challenge for the entire game on a, who cares? It's 2 minutes into the game. Like, this is a meaningless play.
They're telling us the Rangers are winning, though, so that's what this is all about.
That's what life's about.
It's Ranger City.
I thought you were kidding about the Dallas curse. There are a lot of people saying Dallas curse, and can't say it. We just won a World Series. There is no curse.
Arlington.
The Cowboy curse. There's the Cowboy curse. Cowboys may never get to win a game again because Jerry sold his soul to the devil.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not a curse on the Mavs or the Stars.
Yeah. I mean, the Mavericks won 13 years ago. So I'm going to let that one slide. They're good. Stars curse. Okay, they went to the Stanley Cup Finals, lost. Oh, this is the best point. There it is. Opposite of a Dallas curse.
Yeah.
Scotty Scheffler. There you go. The best player in golf. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I believe that. Is Kidd the Mavs Jason Garrett? Just the same demeanor, no matter the situation. No, of course, basketball is different than football. I was just getting emotional and talking about McCarthy for a minute. That's what happens when I really talk about guys I don't like. I don't know, man. The Rangers suck right now. Is Bochy a bad manager? No. Like, that's a bad place to go. You just get in darker holes after nights like tonight. So, I don't know.
You see those pictures?
Yeah. Oh, my God. Man, we need to get that cab driver on the show. Remember that guy? You still got his number?
Yeah. My daughter asked me the other night, who's that guy? I don't know.
Well, guys.
All right. Well, it's good to see you in these times.
Yeah. How much are we talking? Are we going all 3 hours of U.S. Open talk tomorrow?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. We're how depressed is Skin gonna be?
I don't know what to think of. I don't know. Because he can't come in and justify anything. There's nothing he can say that makes anything okay. Like, you can do that at 2-0, but at 3-0, you can't come in and say it's going to be all right, because it's not. It's over.
Y'all should just troll him tomorrow.
I think we will.
just troll him, and everything that he says disagree with, like, big time. Turn it into like a Stephen A. Smith Undisputed type show. Like, go like complete opposite, play a character, see how long it takes him to understand that you're just completely trolling him.
It will not take long.
It would not take long.
I am Luca.
Ah, well, we're
What is that?
the fuck is that? Pazvar, I love you. KT, I love you. Tough loss. We'll live to ride it again another day.
And what about all 59 people watching on YouTube and over 1,000 people watching on Twitter?
Hey, that's pretty fucking awesome, man.
I mean, they're all bots on Twitter, but
yeah, but still, some of them might want to smash.
Yeah. They have real live nudes.
Yeah, dude, I'm so impressed with the production value of this, KT. I shit you not. How are we not doing this as a radio station for so long? I mean, it's like video, audio, comments, all that interactive, fucking box scores. It's really impressive, dude.
Well, thank you. It's hard to do it. It's actually it's very frustrating sometimes to do all the things with it, and it's hard to keep your sentences going. So most people, what they do is they hire another person to put the graphics in and all that stuff. That's what they do over at the Fan. I know that. They got guys who like work that shift, like they add graphics and they clip video and all that stuff.
Is it this same type of program? Because this program is nice.
Yeah, I'm sure they do something. I mean, StreamYard's a little I mean, it's kind of common, so I'm sure they have something else, but yeah, I don't know.
All right. I'm gonna go play some Fortnite.
All right. There he goes. If you're going to play Fortnite with Ben, the world's oldest Fortnite player, it's what I don't even know what his name would be anymore.
My name, I just opened a new account. It's called Big Dong Energy.
Okay.
And I thought it was funny, and I have like 3 friends that I play with, them. And then one day my daughter goes, "Dad, will you play Fortnite with me?" I was like, "No, I can't. My account's broken." So now I gotta change my name. Fucking dumbass for calling.
What's the lobby? It puts you in with a bunch of like kids and stuff, and you're Big Dong Energy. That's not good, dude.
So bad, dude.
You're gonna end up on a list, man.
What a mistake! Like, what?
Yeah, total error, man. Just a lapse of judgment. Anyways, you guys go fuck yourselves. I'm out. Peace.
All right, there he goes.
Cheers.
Ben Rogers kicked him out of the stage. He's gone. Well, Michael, I've done enough too. I'm gonna go watch the Rangers in bed like the old man
too.
that I am. Are you tired and about to go to sleep?
I'm
too?
so tired. I'm these late night Mav games. I mean, it's not even that late, but
It's not a West Coast game.
This long playoff run has really taken a toll on me. So I'm out of here too, KT.
The Rangers are playing the Dodgers. That's 9 o'clock. I'll lay in bed and watch it after a Mavs win. No, guess not.
No, too sad for that.
See you, Michael. Good to see you. Everyone follow Michael Pasvar. Give him some love. Well, we'll be back tomorrow at noon for some form of 7 Kevins. Oh, thank you, John, for the nice words. I appreciate that. I didn't want to get better. I've told you all this before. I'm sorry. I told y'all I did not want to do it all at once. I wanted to y'all see me suck at getting better. So I'll get rid of the thing here. Tomorrow, noon, 7 Kevins. Okay. 7 Kevins. Friday, noon, Killers, Hot Fuss, Conspiracy Theory to celebrate the 20-year anniversary of the Killers' debut album. Might do some Jackbox next week, especially if the Mavs lose. That'll be fun. So we'll do all that stuff. I'm supposed to say the thing, like it, follow, subscribe. Those things are all cool and help in some way. Daniel, thank you for the $10. Thank you. Adding that to the game night fund. I really appreciate it. Radio 3 to 6 tomorrow will be at Fanzo. Friday 3 to 6 at Nations in Frisco. Back at noon here tomorrow. Sorry, man, that sucked. I thought they were going to win. Until next time. Sports First tomorrow if y'all want it. If you want it. Good night. Fuck it. Go Mavs.